Is there anybody out there who stood in the mirror and looked at their body and thought, what's that? Well, here today on Bodies Talk, we're talking about something people whisper about, but rarely they understand it. And that is the third teat or mammary gland. Right, first things first. Medically, it is called polytheria, and so way more common than most people realise. Third. Now, this affects people, not women, and it affects 1 to 6% of those people. So let's take a look at what exactly one is. So, when someone's developing in the womb, we all form what's called milk lines. And these are lines of tissue, 2 in particular, that run from the armpits down to the groin. And normally only 1 pair of nipples develop on the chest. The rest of that tissue disappears. However, sometimes a little bit is left behind. It stays there. And this is how an extra nipple can form. You may recognise it as being a small mole or a tiny bump or a fully formed. During puberty, pregnancy or breastfeeding, it can become a little more noticeable because sometimes it does react to hormones. Now let's try to help clear something up. In most cases, it is completely harmless. It's merely a variation of normal human development. However, if it causes pain, or you see discharge, or there's a lump underneath it, then it needs to be checked by a medical professional. Because if there's breast tissue present, it can behave like a regular breast and the tissue that surrounds it. Now I'm going to peek through the spiritual lens just for a moment, because throughout history, having an extra has been surrounded by symbolism. In ancient fertility imagery, multiple breasts were seen as a sign of abundance and nurturing power, like the goddess Artemis of Ephesus, who was depicted with many breast-like forms which symbolised provision and life. But history wasn't always kind. In medieval Europe, extra nipples were cruelly labelled as being a witch. Witches' marks, dark magic, superstition, fear, control, but certainly not truth. Today, you see, people look at it differently. Some interpret it as a symbol of heightened intuition. Others see it as a mark of personal individuality. And it's a reminder to all that bodies don't come on one template. But here is the truth. Your body, it is not a mistake. It is a blueprint that has lots of variations to it. And on Bodies Talk, we say this often. Normal is a lot wider than we were taught. So, for those who do have a third nipple, you're not strange. You're not alone. You're human. Thanks for listening to Bodies Talk, where we understand the body. We don't shame it. And if this helps you, please share it, because someone out there might be quietly wondering about their own body tonight. Talk soon.